name is Benjamin Lambert, and I am a ceramic artist and a professor of art at Baldwin-Wallace University in Berea, Ohio. This piece on my right is in the 2021 Workhouse Clay International Exhibition in Lorton, Virginia. Now, the work that I typically make is ecological in its content, commonly ecological, and is often depicted in a surreal and or exaggerated way. My subjects are often fish, birds, humans, and other creatures, or subjects that might be related to the water somehow. So this piece that's at the Workhouse Center for Art was made during the pandemic. When I was making it, I was thinking a lot about the social unrest and the kind of political manipulation that was happening, kind of coming to a boiling point during the summer of the pandemic. But it's also kind of a record of my observations when I was going outside during that time. My observations weren't unique to that time, but I was really kind of thinking about pollution that I was seeing along the shores of Lake Erie a lot. So when I went to Lake Erie, I would oftentimes see this trash that was washed up either on, next to a break wall or on a beach. And it was this tangled mess of line and trash and dead fish and driftwood. And it oftentimes smelled kind of horrible. But it seems to be this pervasive issue that I wanted to somehow record. And I related it to the kind of psychological pollution that was happening in the country at the time. So I felt like they were kind of both the same in a way. So within this piece, I'm kind of thinking of it as being a reversion of the namesake of the piece. The fox went out on a chilly night, but perhaps the fox went out on a different night because it is now submerged underwater. So I'm thinking of this inflatable raft here, this Mother Goose character, or perhaps the goose from the original narrative, as being a separation between air and water. So everything underneath is water or in the water. And also everything that's below it, I would consider toxic, kind of within this framework of what's going on during the summer of the pandemic. So this fox is both a symbol that could be related to issues going on during the pandemic, but it's also obviously a character in this narrative, and so is the goose. The goose is perhaps the prey animal, and then we have this female heroine that is kind of intervening and posing perhaps like some sort of hero that might be found in the biblical narrative. So that's kind of it in a large nutshell. I think the one other thing that I wanted to maybe point out is that I oftentimes have this symbol of an inflatable tube in my work. I like it as a symbol for flotation, perhaps something that might save life or sustain life. But also it provides me with an opportunity to talk about perhaps another creature and bring an element of unexpectedness or perhaps surrealism into the work. So that's a common kind of humorous element that I'll put in the work. Because there's a few things that are kind of buried within this kind of trash foam area. There's really a lot in there. It was kind of a technical issue for me, trying to figure out how to get it all together. Some of the areas are attached with scoring and slipping, but then other areas aren't really attached clay to clay. It's actually this glaze that's joining and fusing all of the work together. So that was kind of a fun solution for me to figure out. And I like how it describes perhaps a chemical foam that might be developed through agitation of water. And there's also some goose legs in here that are attached to the body here, which are kind of fun to think about. And that's really it. So I suppose in closing, I will ask you to please visit www.workhousearts.org for more information on the 2021 Workhouse Clay International Exhibition. Thank you for taking the time for watching this video. And please feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions, or if you'd like to share your own responses to the work.